they have a new film coming out called Predator Badlands. And for those of you who don't know, I don't just collect Final Fantasy stuff, as you can see in the background. I also collect other things such as fighting games like Tekken series, Bloody Roar series, Guilty Gear, like fighting games in general, RPGs in general, but I also collect comic books, and out of those comic books I collect Spawn, Witchblade, Darkness, Angelus, Predator, and Alien. I do have other things in my collection, but those are the main ones. So I am quite excited to see where this new Predator film goes. I know Prey sort of flew under the radar for a lot of people a few years ago, and that was really, really good. I enjoyed that immensely. But they haven't done anything new Predator-wise, apart from Prey, for a very long time. And Alien seems to be getting all the love and attention. And I know that Alien vs. Predator, the films, are not canon. The director said they're not canon, but there's so many comics where they just cross over, and it just makes sense. It makes sense to have them all in one, so I'm kind of hoping that with all this new Alien franchise coming out, so the new films, the new series, that they are showing the same love to Predator, because I love it when they cross over. And I know that the Alien Predator Witchblade Darkness series for the crossover was a bit mental, and it was a little dumb. But I still really enjoy them. But Predator, Alien, they just make sense in my book. Before I start the trailer as well, I just kind of want to say that I have already seen all the Alien and the Predator films, and I've read most of the comics. The Predator comics, I think, were released just before I was born, like a few months before I was born, and that's giving my age away, if I'm correct. But I have box sets, I have comics. I would show you guys, but it would fill up my desk. But I do want to show you one of my prized possessions when it comes to Predator. I also have a proper statue, like a proper full statue, but it's really delicate, and this one not so much. But this isn't just a head of a Predator. This one folds out, and it has all the films in it, and it's one of my favourite things. So I just wanted to show you guys before we start the film. I think it's a film anyway. It might be a series. I haven't really looked into it. It just dropped unexpectedly for me. So let's just go and watch the trailer for the film/series. Okay.
I didn't think you survived.
I'm holding my breath. I don't know why. That's going to be a birthday present for me. It's not my birthday, but it's close. I know what I'm doing. Oh, yes! Okay. Oh, a lot happened in a very short amount of time.
You're hunting something that can't be killed.
Oh, my heart is pounding! Oh, this looks good. Oh, there's so much I want to say, but I didn't want to miss what she was saying. I don't know where to start about that. So at the beginning it had a little reference to most of the Predator films with the skulls, the spines. It's keeping in theme. I love it. I have really, really high hopes for this film, judging off this one trailer alone. Okay, I'm going to say it here and there. It was really good. And I am very excited because it's made by the creators of Prey, and Prey seemed to know what they were doing. And I know it wasn't Machiko as the main character, but I thought that it took a lot of references from the comic book heroine, Machiko, who's the female human predator. I know it wasn't the same, but I feel like they did lean on the comic books, and it made so much sense. It was so good. The Prey was. It was very, very good. So back to the trailer. I like the spines. I liked it. I like the fact there was multiple weapons all lined up. I don't know if I saw what I wanted to see, or if it was, because it happened so fast and my brain was like, oh my god. But I'm pretty sure that the gun from Prey was in the lineup of weapons. I could have missaw that. I definitely saw a spear thing. I definitely saw a gun. Don't know if it was that gun or if it wasn't that gun, but if it is, that's the gun from the comics, and it leads all the way back, and it's got honestly, if you're gonna Google or research anything about the comics, look up the gun from Prey. That it was used as like an exchange thing. One of the humans give it to a predator. The predator uses it. Just do it. Okay. Then it leads on to what I can only figure as an android. I don't know. Again, I don't know if I missaw that or if it's just what I wanted to see, but I'm sure her eyes rolled back into her head and it was just white. So either it's a human with like super abilities or it's an android. And my bet is going on android. I am putting down android as my final answer. So I'm very excited, because if it is an android, that might mean that they are teaming up with Alien, because it could be Wayland. It could be the opposing company, depending on what timeline it's set on. I am a little bit confused when it comes to the timeline, because I'm sure I saw yellow buses when they were fighting in the background, but then they're on a different world with the plants, and the plants do seem like they could be something out of Fire and Stone. I think it was Fire, Earth and Stone. I can't remember the name of the comic book, but that's definitely a Predator Alien book. There was Predator, and then it was an Alien book, and then there was a Predator and Alien book, all under the same title, and it was just like, you could collect one or it could become a series. Very cool. Very much enjoyed that series. Very, very good. But that plant seemed like it could be from one of the Alien worlds, so I'm just really hoping for a crossover, okay? Stop judging me. I just want them to mush. I want them to be one again, and especially if they're making the films Alien, and they're making the franchises, so the series from Alien. I just want Predator to have the same amount of love, and then for them to make a new Alien vs Predator, because that would be amazing, okay? Just... I'm very excited. I've got a lot to say. Please, I know I'm going off on tangents. The android lady, I don't know if she's going to be teaming up with one of the Predators or fighting against all of them. I have no idea, and that excites me, because if she is an android, they have a lot of high functioning capabilities, so very excited to see that. And I am also very excited about the white-haired Predator, because if I remember way back in the earlier comics, I think they came out when I was about a toddler, there was myths in, oh god, I can't remember which one it is, but there's definitely a myth about a white-haired Predator in one of the comics, where he can fight and destroy anything and nobody can kill him. So I feel like that's where they're going with this one, and I know that they don't specifically copy the comics when it comes to the films. They sort of do their own thing but take inspiration from the comics. So if they are going with that sort of thing, I'm very excited. The only one thing that I have a bit of a qualm about is I want to call him the young Predator, because he kind of looks young, and I don't know if that's just how the young Predators look, but he kind of looked a bit too human. But I'm also hoping, like, I hope they don't, but I kind of hope they do. I hope that is a Predator that has been, like, mushed together with human DNA, and I hope that is Wayland's work. But I think I'm thinking way too much into this. I hope it is. I hope it's like a mash of human versus Predator, but I think it's just going to be a young Predator. That is the only thing that I'm thinking of. I know that there's like a ton of references I've probably missed, but it's left me with a lot of questions, and I love when a trailer does that and it doesn't give away the whole storyline. I absolutely love it, and I think that they've smashed this trailer, and I'm very excited to treat myself for my birthday. I know it's not my birthday, but it's not far off my birthday, so I am going to treat myself to going to cinema and watching this, and probably going to get a big bucket of popcorn. So I will catch you all very, very soon. Please let me know if there are any big references that I've missed, and don't say Big Red, because that white hair guy, he's not Big Red. I know what Big Red looks like. But let me know. I'm going to go rewatch it and probably pick up on a load of references I have missed myself. So I will catch you soon. Bye guys.